Welcome to America Speaks, the show where we discuss the burning political issues of the week. I'm Angelo, to my extreme right is Garry, and right to my right is Dave. Welcome to the show. Well, gentlemen, this week has been a rip-roaring week for Tiger. He's back at the Masters, and as of today, which is Saturday, the third day of the tournament, he's tied for third among the leaders. Now, he's presently put on a commercial that was sponsored by Nike, and as it turned out, it was passed from his father, the dialogue and what have you, and everyone's calling it creepy. Well, that's what they're calling it. Now, with the return of Tiger, okay, and Nike's commercial, alright, what do you think the biggest impact, well, I'll put it this way, was Nike right in the timing of the commercial before the Masters? Dave, what do you think?
I don't think it's a question of right or wrong. I think it's a question of personal preference. I would have done it afterwards. For the fact is that I would have let Tiger's play speak for itself during the Masters, and after the Masters, whether he won or lost or played well or didn't, the same statement could have been said for everything. It could have been said for how he played if he didn't play well, if he missed a cut. It could have been the same statement could have been made for that. It could have been made if he plays well like he's doing, even whether he wins or loses, if he's in a top 10 finish, it still goes to his previous personal issues that he had with his wife, and we all know what the old personal issues are. So either way, it would work for me afterwards. I just think the timing should have been afterwards, because right now, his play at the Masters and the play of others who are playing well, who are surprisingly playing well the first 2 days, that's kind of taking away from the commercial being the first Tiger commercial, the first commercial Tiger made when he's back. You know, that's taking the play right now is taking away from the commercial.
Yeah, that's all right there, isn't it?
But before the commercial came out, if you listen to sports radio, everyone was talking about the commercial. Now everyone's talking about the play of the Masters. So you kind of took away from it. And if your idea was, let's create a quick splash before the tournament and throw a quick commercial out there, which is what I think they did, because they filmed it in late March. Everything they filmed in late March. They did the splicing in late March. Everything was done in March. So I think they wanted to make a quick splash and kind of introduce Tiger back into our mindset that way.
What mindset? You mean all the guys who watch golf?
Into our mindset as far as being Tiger Woods and not Tiger Woods, the guy who did whatever he did in his personal life.
No, you mean who he did in his personal life.
Well, here's my issue, because a few weeks ago we talked about Tiger Woods, and the problem I have is that there is no outrage. It's just another thing how money talks, okay? Money talks. Nike put out a commercial, right, to deflect, act like they show they had some type of corporate responsibility, when the corporate responsibility would have been to drop the adulterer, which is what Tiger Woods is. An adulterer, and I think prostitution is against the law, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm not going to get into that.
I'm just saying,
they may be hoes, but I'm not going to call them prostitutes.
I heard there was rumors of prostitution as well.
Well,
but money talks, right? The farce of this tournament right now, because the people at the Masters made the course easier. That's why they're talking about Tiger shot his lowest score in the history of the Masters. Well, they made the course easier.
That's not an easy course.
No, they made it easier. They've moved some of the greens and tee shots to make the course easier. Hence the Fred Couples and everyone else doing well. They want Tiger to do well. This is money talking. They want the talk to be about his play. They don't want the talk to be about his personal shortcomings, that all of a sudden this is not something Tiger did once. This has been an ongoing thing for years that just now happened to come out.
Right, so what? So did Babe Ruth, so did Mickey Mantle, so did a lot of other athletes, and guess what? No one thinks any less of them.
No, they don't, because they know. The bottom line is Tiger Woods tried to put himself off as this wholesome young man. Babe Ruth never act like he was
wholesome. How do you advertise that? Wait a minute. How do you advertise that?
His life, period, in his lifestyle. Tiger Woods was an asshole before, and he's an asshole now.
We got some now he's
an asshole that has to be tempered because he was busted.
He's a successful asshole. Doesn't America love that?
No, he's not a successful asshole. He's a rich asshole.
And that too.
And there's a difference. He's not successful. Successful would have been being faithful to his wife. Successful would have been
him and his wife.
Successful would have been respecting his kids. That would have been successful.
But no,
wait. I think one of the things that we kind of do is we kind of mix and match and stuff to in a situation. Let's be real here. He is a successful golfer. He is a successful businessman. He was not a successful husband, and it remains to be seen. He's not divorced yet, but my view of a husband. And those of us who are married and are long-time marriages, he hasn't been a successful husband.
Why? There are plenty of successful husbands out there who are on their wives.
Let me finish. As of right now, he's not doing a good job as far as his dedication to his family. But we don't know.
Let's not even just talk about his family. He disgraces his so-called religion or spirituality. So let's not just talk about him being. No, he's a rich. He happens to be the best golfer in the world. Okay, that's all he is. That's all he is. He's not successful. No, he's one of the richest athletes because Nike had a plan for Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods didn't have a plan for Tiger Woods. Nike is very successful what they do. Nike also had Michael Jordan, who also happened to be the richest athlete.
So wait a minute. What makes women? Tiger's a bad guy because he philanders on his wife, but yet we don't say anything about Andre Agassi. He was a meth.
He's a bad guy, not because he philanders on his wife, because he lies about why he's doing it.
No, it's not our business. Where did he lie? It's not our business.
Because you're using the falsehood of addiction and acting like you're getting treatment. You were doing, all of a sudden you decided yesterday that you needed treatment for this.
Jesse James decided to do it. Charlie Sheen decided to do it.
Because they're in public, and he's trying to save his image, which he's doing successfully. I have to congratulate him.
I have
to congratulate him. He is successful in getting away with how you got away with 2 bogus press conferences. And then little by little, he let it trickle out. Well, that's what you're doing. He's controlling information, and now he's falsely playing well because this is not the same course. That when you change and move pins,
they do that all the time in tournaments.
No.
Yes, they do it all the time.
You're going to tell me this was not done intentionally on purpose?
They do that all the time.
You know what? The same stories where you talk about him shooting his best at the Augusta National, say they make the course the easiest that he's played at the Augusta National. Because don't make the story, because the stories, they're really trying to control the story and what you talk about. But the bottom line is Tiger cheated on his wife. He's been lying about it. He hasn't come clean about it. And he's about to get away. Because you know what? Us Americans, we want to know the sordid details.
I know the sordid details.
I want to know, and I know most Americans want to know.
I believe America is divided on what they want to know about Tiger. I think the truth of the matter is people are going to say what they want to say, but
Tiger is not a role model.
The bottom line, and that's another thing that we could.
Tiger is not a role model.
The bottom line is
they're still trying to sell him as one.
And what is another thing? I've had this definition of role model since I was a little kid. First off, to have a role model, if you only have one, that means you pattern every aspect of your life around that one person. As far as athletes are concerned, I believe they're role models, but if you take a specific role, Michael Jordan worked his butt off to become the best player in the NBA. So if you want to be the best at anything you want to do, you got to work your butt off to be the best at it. That's the role that Michael Jordan plays to me. I don't care about, he's a kid. When Michael Jordan was drafted, I was a teenager. I didn't care who Michael Jordan was sleeping with. I didn't care if he was married. I didn't care if he was homosexual, heterosexual, trisexual, whatever you want to call it. I didn't care about those things. That's his personal stuff. What happens now is since Michael Jordan's been young, now we're in what's called the information age, and everybody wants to know everything about everybody, allegedly. Everybody does not want to know everything about everybody. Some of us actually have lives we want to lead that does not have to do with who Michael Jordan or who Tiger Woods or who anybody else is sleeping with.
Here's the problem with that. The problem is that, no, you do need to know what they're doing, because the bottom line is when people have a sense of entitlement, there are no ramifications for their actions, and that's the bad thing they're teaching kids.
But he didn't do anything illegal.
No. Ramifications is actions. He mistreated his wife. He disrespected his wife.
Yes,
No. This is what I'm talking about. Is the bottom line is that because that sense of entitlement, because somebody can play basketball well or they can play golf well, is that they think they can treat the rest of the world like their personal garbage or toilet. And that's what kids are seeing, and that's the bad example that you're setting for kids, that they have to have responsible personal lives too. That if you keep separating, that, you know what, if you're a great athlete, you don't have to be a good person, that's a problem.
On that note, gentlemen, we're going to wrap up this segment. I just want to let you know that if we blow up, My bedroom life is none of your business. And we'll be back after a brief break.